Hi and welcome to RNY Inside Learning Hub. This is the 7th video of Java series. Today we will learn about string. In mostly companies asking about string, that why I create a separate video about string. I will cover all the features and all the method about a string. So today we will learn about what is a string and why string is immutable and what is a heap memory and what is a string constant pool. So I create a package for a string concept, and this is a string introduction. PC got 1 second. Okay. String introduction. String is a non-primitive data type because it references a memory location where data is stored in the heap memory or string constant pool. We are already discussed about primitive and non-primitive data type in the previous videos. String is a collection of the character, or we can say string is a array. String is an array of the character. So we can write like that: string character array new R and Y. Okay. So this is a character array. Now I am going to store this character and string. So as string is a non-primitive data type, string is a class, so we can create an object of the class. Okay. So class name, reference variable s1 equal to new string. As soon as we use a new keyword and call a constructor, then the object of create of that class. Okay, I am going to create I am going to call the constructor which accept the character of the array. As you can see here, we have so many constructor of the class, of the string class, we can use as per our requirement. So I am going to use this character constructor as because we need to store character data. Okay, we already discussed about a constructor, what is a constructor, why we are creating, what is the use of the constructor in the previous video. Okay, now I am going to run. As you can see, the console R and Y, this is printed as a string. So we can create a string, or we can say that we can declare a string in 3 ways, like that. Second, Sumit and string s2 Sumit Kumar. Okay, and we can use a string buffer and string builder. I will explain more about string buffer and string builder in coming videos. Okay. Okay. So now, what is the difference between this variable, s1 variable or s2 variable? What is the difference between? Okay. So for demonstrate this, I I will have I will explain with the help of heap memory concept and string constant pool concept. So this will come into the picture. Okay. So I'm going to create 1 second. I'm going to create another more variable to demonstrate more clearly as to 15 or employee. Okay. Uh, that the variable data will store in the memory which called a heap memory, this is a heap memory. Okay. And in the condition of string, we have another memory which called a string constant pool or string literal value, string constant pool or string literal value. Okay. So as soon as we create a data or object with the help of new keyword, then the variable object is created in heap memory. Sumit. And another object create in the SCP, string constant pool. Literal. This is a literal data. Okay, Sumit. Okay. Now S1 refer to this object and S1 refer to this. This object is controlled by JVM. Okay. So why the string? What is the difference between heap memory and string concept pool? The difference between, as we create another variable with the same data, then in heap memory the object is created as a new, but in the SCP the not allow the duplicate data. That means we can say that with the help of SCP we can increase the performance of our project. Okay, so SCP allow the increase the performance of the project. Okay, so that means this S2 is refer to this and this. Now this sorry, and for S3 create another. As you can see, Sumit is another data and Sushil is a different data. So for Sushil, this data create Sushil. Okay, 1 second. My drawing is very bad. Okay, I am new for this tool, this writing pad, so that's why not clarity. Okay, so as we create, when we create a date object like that and we store a data like that, so the data stored only the SCP. Okay, and learning how. Okay, okay, so S4 refer to this, S4 refer to this, and S5 also refer to this. Okay, and S6 refer to this, and S3 refer to this. Okay, this is a different. This is a difference between heap memory and stack memory. For every object, for every object, for literal value, the object is created as a new. If I am create another object with same data like Sumit, so then another object created like that. But in the SCP is referred to it, as because we already discussed the duplicate value is not allowed in the SCP. Okay, so that's why the mostly programmer declare the string object like that for save the memory. Okay, when the project not consume the more memory, then it's perform well. Okay, okay, hope the concept is clear to you. Okay, okay, now the second question is, why is string is immutable? Immutable. Okay, so I'm taking another example to demonstrate this. First, what is the immutable? Immutable is the unchangeable things. String objects are immutable as when the string object is created, the data and the state cannot be changed. What a new string object is created. Okay, like suppose we have two user, for the both user create a registration on Google. Okay, like string Sumit city. Suppose Sumit belong to Noida city. Okay, and string Sumit state is UP, Uttar Pradesh. Okay, and another user is Sushil, SHIL. Sushil city is Sarila. Okay, okay, and string Sushil state is UP. Okay, now Okay, heap memory or string concept tool. Okay, not concept is a string constant pool. Okay, or string literal value memory. Okay, so these all the memory stored here. Here the data is stored here for UP. So UP is already here. So another UP is not created as because SCP is not allowed the duplicate. So this we can say that this is a cacheable data. Okay, like in browser when we search any website and when we go in second day to search similar website, then the website data fetch easily. Okay, and we can say the website not take more time as compare of the previous day. Okay, okay, for suppose why is the immutable means we cannot change the data, or we can say state. For suppose in future Sumit will change the state. Sumit will change switch UP to MP. Okay, MP. So now if Sumit change the city, so we cannot remove the UP as because UP is also refer to Sushil's data. Okay, the Sushil's data. This is a Sushil data and this is a Sumit data. So the new data will create for MP. Okay, we can new object will create for MP where the MP is allocated. Okay, that's why the string is immutable class. Okay, existing value not change for future use, or the new data new variable will create. Okay, okay, now take another example to understand this concept. Clear all the things. Okay, now fine. Suppose string S1 Sumit. Okay, now I want to add the data, or we can say change the some data in Sumit data. Okay, now S1 concat. Okay, concat. Okay, I will explain every method in coming videos, in every method which is declared in the string class. Okay, string class is already declared, or we can say created in the Java. As you can see, click control key and hover the class name and click on the open declaration. Okay, as you can see, this is a Java doc where I can see the string class. The string class implement the interface. We already discussed what is the interface, why we create a interface, what is the use of interface in previous video. Okay, so serializable and comparable and care sequence and constable and constant dash, these all the class interface is implemented by the string, as because so many method used in string, like so many method. Okay, so we will discuss all the method in coming video. Okay, all important method. Okay, now come into the topic, this topic. Okay, now I'm going to print this data. Okay, as you can see here, I'm trying to change the value. I try to add this with this. So that means okay, SCP or HM, heap memory. Okay, as Sumit is already here. Okay, as soon as we create this Sumit is created. As soon as we create, we use this method concat, then Chaudhary data object create for Chaudhary. Okay, Chaudhary. So as S1 is already, S1 is refer to this, and this S1 is also referred to this, but compiler will call first S1 first, so that's why we get this S1. Now how can we get this both? So we need to store another object or another variable, so how? Let's come. We can create another object. Okay, like s1 dot concatenate or Chaudhary. Okay, or s2, or we can like that, s1 to concatenate Kumar Chaudhary. Okay, now going to run this. Okay, now as soon as we stored the same variable to change value, then the s1 refer to both value and get stored with data with this variable. Okay, and s2 create for store 2. That why we create, we get this output and this output. Okay, hope you will get the concept of why the string is immutable, and what is the heap memory, or what is the string concept pool, what is the difference between string concept pool and heap memory. Now I am explain again. Okay, every variable stored in a memory which called heap memory. Okay, but in string condition we have another SCP or SLV, string concept pool or string literal value. So this is a string literal value. Okay, as soon as we create a variable with the help of new keyword like as string as equal to new or string. Okay, so this value will store in this and this. Okay, but when we declare the string variable and store the value like that, then this will store only SCP memory. Okay, okay, and for SCP is not allow a duplicate data. So whenever we create another object with the same data, then SCP then that variable is refer to the already exist data. Okay, already exist data. Okay, and why we called a string is immutable class, as because whenever we going to change the value like that, using that, then the value create another object and s1 refer only this and this, but compiler call to this. Okay, as because this is already declared. Okay, whenever we stored like that, this is a assign. We are storing s1 to s1. That means s1 change the data. Okay, s1 already stored Sumit, and this we add this to data in already stored and stored in the s1. So we get Sumit Kumar Chaudhary. Okay, now hope so we have so many method in a string class, which we will discuss in coming videos. Okay, in next video we will discuss the comparison method like equal, contains, and so and so. Okay, hope you will like the video. You can write your suggestion, your queries, your doubt in the comment section. If you are new in this channel, then you can subscribe this channel to get a knowledgeable video, and your one like motivate me. So please like and subscribe, and you can comment your feedback, your doubt, your suggestions, and uh, as your choice. Okay, thanks for watching. Thank you.